Hi, my name is Keziah Jasmine, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I posted, about 2 months. I was actually inspired to post today because somebody reached out to me just thanking me for sharing my content, and they were like, "Oh, do you have a YouTube channel?" And I'm just like, a YouTube channel. Like, it just made me think of like, oh my god, I haven't been posting any videos. I just kind of been focusing on like Facebook, TikTok, and things like that. But you know what, it's important to use all your resources and outlets to get information to the collective. So I was inspired by that individual to make this video. So boom, let's get started. Like I said, my name is Keziah Jasmine. This is my safe space, safe place where I like to keep the vibes high. So today I'll be doing a video about what can we expect as a collective in the month of September. As I'm speaking, I believe today is August 31st. You know, August is really coming to an end. I feel like this is a very cleansing period for everybody that is watching. You know, if you've been going through some ups and downs, this is going to be a video to really just express to you and give you some clarity, some information about what you can expect in your month of September. Yeah, this is for all signs, and let's get into it. Spirit, I'd like to thank you for this wonderful opportunity to read for the collective. Help me to understand everything I need to see, hear, and feel, especially for this month of September that is coming up for the collective. Thank you so much, and namaste. Um, all right, we got some cards coming out. I'm gonna start with these first 3 cards, and then we'll just continue to move forward. Okay, so the first card is the 9 of Wands. This card tends to come out a lot when I do collective readings because it's a lot of lint on my shirt. Please just forgive me in the name of God. The 9 of Wands, in September, I see that it could be a lot of turbulence, or it could be a lot of things that are coming up to the surface to trigger us, to make us feel angry, sad, depressed, to make us question things, even things to make us feel nervous or uncomfortable. But these things are not to harm you, they're not to destroy you, but they're here to elevate you in multiple ways. So when it comes to September, we can definitely expect a turbulence. Imagine if you're in a plane going to the destination that you are desiring, and the destination that you design for yourself. Like you going on this luxurious and magnificent vacation, and you're just trying to get there, but on the way, you go through some turbulence, some bumps, and sometimes those bumps might be so big you're like, oh my god, the plane is going down, I am not gonna make it. Like, oh my gosh, I need to hold on to something, I need something to help me get to this vacation, get to this destination that I paid for in full. So why is it that when this turbulence comes, I doubt everything and I don't believe that I can get to my destination? So that's kind of what the energy of September is bringing. And like I said, it's not here to destroy you or to hinder you. It's actually that turbulence energy that will show up in September is actually here to grow you, transform you, and elevate you on all levels. So you have the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups is really talking about, this is an emotional thing that's going on. And we have to realize how we deserve to receive in the emotional state, what we actually deserve in the emotional state, what we feel in the emotional state, and realizing why these emotions are coming up to the surface, and realize why and how we can work with them to create the energy to get to that luxurious vacation. Now, of course, the luxurious vacation is just a analogy. Like, this could be you finishing school and becoming a therapist. This could be you becoming a wife and a mother, if that's something that you desire so much. This could be you becoming a musician. This could be you just wanting and desiring to reach enlightenment on a spiritual sense. It could be anything. So whatever it means for you, that thing that you desire in your heart, let's bring it in. That thing that you desire in your heart is very important for you to realize that it's obtainable, even if you are going through a little turbulence at the time, even if because things are going to show up and try to like block you, but they're really there so that you can fight to get through them, so that you can get to that other side, so you can get to that vacation, so you can get to that destination. Because in September, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. So if there are obstacles, trials, tribulations, detours that are coming up, 606, I just saw that. If these things are coming up in the month of September, they're actually there to work in your favor. Because the Wheel of Fortune for me is really giving like, yeah, things are challenging, but you have to use the element of manipulation. See, a lot of people see the word manipulation, they automatically think negative. You see, a lot of words have a positive aspect and a negative aspect, but it's very rare for people to think of, oh, manipulation as a positive thing. And there is a positive aspect of manipulation due to our godly power and our godly essence, and us being God beings. We can manipulate energy in our favor. And the Wheel of Fortune in this sense is asking you to use your own power to manipulate the energy in your life to make it work in your favor. So I feel like there is more to be told about the month of December. I keep saying December. So December is very important. So it's like September to December is very, very important at this time. I feel like it'll be a very transformative time, a very transformative season. And I feel like September through December, I believe there's a retrograde going on. I'm not sure, don't quote me on that, but perhaps you can look up the retrogrades that are coming up or that are currently happening at this time and see how long it lasts, because cards are flying everywhere, but we're gonna take them. So I have 3 right there. We're gonna save that, and we're gonna start with this one, the 2 of Wands. So I feel like this card is really telling us as a collective in the month of September, and this can also resonate for you through the month of September through December. You have the 2 of Wands, because December keeps slipping out, so it must be a reason. The 2 of Wands is really asking us to have more structure in our lives. Like, this is a really a monumental time where we can actually really create more structure. And when we have more structure, more planning in our lives, then we can really, 833, we can really bring in the energy and the manipulation power, the positive manipulation power that we possess in ourselves to have a more structured life, therefore resulting in more structured outcomes. We also have these 3 cards here. Wonderful, wonderful. We have the King of Cups reversed. We have the Magician and the 8 of Wands reversed. So if we just talk about these 3 cards here, I think we could really get a better understanding of what to expect in the month of September. There's things moving in the trees, but the King of Cups here is talking about how we need to start taking more action towards the emotions that we are feeling within us. So this could also mean that when it comes to your emotions, and I'm not saying act on your emotions, but this is kind of more like act from your intuition, act what you feel in your heart space. Don't necessarily act based on your thoughts, but you should more act on your heart space. Like, if you're not feeling good in your heart space, if you're feeling drained in your heart space, then a great action would be to do things that would raise your vibration, or raise the vibration that is currently vibing in your heart space. So you could do things like reading more positive material, watching more positive material, talking to positive people and having conscious conversations, having more purposeful conversations, having more purposeful friends. You know, this may mean changing your circle, changing who you're around. It's like in September, you're really going to see people for who they really are, and see who you are, and see, look, as the sun comes out, it's really important time that you're going to see who you are. You're going to see, oh, and it just left. That was a sign right there, because the sun hasn't been out since I came outside. And that little, you're going to see who you are in September. Like that was, thank you, universe. I received the energy. You're going to see who you are, who you're called to be, who you're destined to be, and you're going to start creating the energy to actually step into that energy so that you can bring it in. Like, bring it in, bring it in. You have the Magician here. It's very self-explanatory with this message, is because it's really talking about we 1111. We have all the tools to succeed. We not only have the Pentacle, which represents physical abundance, or the wand, which is spiritual abundance, or the sword, which is mental abundance. You know, we also have the cup, which is emotional abundance. We want to be able to bring in all those things and all these elements into our lives, because if you just mainly work with one element, you're going to see lack in the other elements. So you want to create more balance, more structure, and being able to understand what you need to receive in your emotional state. The Eight of Wands here is about a very spiritual thing, but spiritually maybe not feeling like you're moving fast enough, and this definitely resonates with me. Because of all the things that are happening in September, you may feel like, oh, I just need to move faster, I need to get more on the game, I need to keep my eye on the ball. But it's really like, as long as you're doing what you feel led to do and doing it authentically, then you really don't have to worry about, when is this going to happen? When is that going to happen? When am I going to be more ready? When am I going to be prepared? It's like, I don't feel good enough right now. Even if you feel like you don't feel good enough in the month of September, it's like, it's really trying to get you to understand, like, you're always good enough. You need to move into the vibration of always feeling like you're good enough. No matter how long something's taking, no matter how long you feel like something's going to take, you just need to be ready and open to the energy of, like, I'm always ready for whatever is coming my way. And all those obstacles, the tribulations, the detours, you know, it's all working for my good. Even if I can't understand it up here, I can understand it here. And sometimes we just really have to focus on moving from our mental space into our heart space. Yes, we have all these thoughts. Yes, we have all these emotions, but when we move authentically from our heart space by doing what we love, you start getting into the vibration of love. We want to be in the vibration of love at all times, you know, because it really helps us to develop into our most highest version. What else can we expect for the month of September? What else can we expect? Three of Pentacles. So it's like, I know September can be very tumultuous. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the September can be very like that. And the word tumult, it has a lot to do with causing chaos, or causing a lot of energy, or causing a lot of attention to yourself, being loud, you know, things like that. And it's very important to understand that when we cause a lot of tumult, it's like a lot of tumult is going to be created when you start working in your purpose. You're going to start attracting things, attracting people, attracting spirits, attracting energy. And it's important that you be very careful. 1422 is very important that you be careful with these energies. That was tumultuous. It's very important that you are Careful with these energies that you will be attracting in the month of September through December at this point for the reading, because these energies can be leeches. They can be very leeching. They can be very pulling, like, oh, give me your energy. You're so full of light. You're so full of beauty and abundance. I want that for myself. You have to be very cautious of that energy and to protect your mind and protect your heart. A lot of meditation could help you really through this tumultuous time, because we have the Seven of Cups here. This is about making the right choices, making the right decisions, but also taking the time. Eight of Wands, so don't try to rush anything. But you know, this is what I help us a lot in September, is taking the time to make the right choices for yourself. And even if you feel like there's a lack of support, like, oh man, I just don't have enough resources, I just don't have enough time, I just don't have enough time to align. And it can really, 1533, it can really feel like that. It can really feel like that. But we got to understand, is that our thought process, or is that really how we feel in our heart space? Is that our truest self trying to bring us down, or is that a different version of ourselves that we need to elevate to match our heart space? You know, I just think it's very important to be rational with yourself. Don't be irrational. Like, understand that things do take time, and you know, it's all happening now. All we have is now, even though things take time, and we have the past, the present, and the future, but everything's really just occurring now, because we all know, or we all internally know, even if we don't necessarily comprehend on the outside, externally, we all know that time is an illusion and it's a man-made concept. So it's very important for us to understand that everything is happening now. Like, I'm rich now. I'm famous now. I'm a huge influencer on social media now. Like my following may not be where I want it to be at this current time, but it actually is. Like, if I look at time, then I might confuse myself, like, oh, I'm not where I want to be right now. But actually right now, without the sense of time, I am everything that I'm called to be. And I feel like that is the main mindset that you want to bring in and walk in the month of September through December, because it's really gonna elevate you in a way like never before. Like, three of cups energy is like celebration. It's time to celebrate. It's time to be alive. It's time to come alive in, you know, in the place that you are for yourself. It's time to come alive. It's time to celebrate yourself. It's time to celebrate yourself and celebrate who you're destined to be, celebrate who you're called to be, but also, most importantly, the most important thing in September is to celebrate who you are right now. And that's going to be the main title for this message. What can we expect in September? Celebrate who you are right now. That's really the message, and that's the message. I feel like that's the main message, is to celebrate who you are right now. 1811. So let's get some more cards going. I want to not make this video too long, but long enough to really have something to grab from it and something to gain some sustenance from. So let's pull some more cards and see what comes up. Let's see what comes up. Yeah, let's see what comes up. So we got the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is here. This is really giving, like, I'm not trying to feel that pain. I'm not trying to feel that heartache. Like, please take a step back. Like, I'm not ready for that. Like, you know, I'm going through a lot. You know, I've been through a lot. Why would I ever want to go look into my shadows, into my darkness, and try to accept myself for all that I am? What makes you think I want to do that right now? Well, my answer is that what makes me think that you want to do that right now, while you want to dive deep into your depths of your darkness, because you want to get to that destination. You want to get to that lavish vacation that you paid for in full. So it's just like, the more that you doubt yourself and hinder yourself, the more turbulence that you cause on the plane. So it's like, you start really doubting yourself. Oh, the plane's going down. But we don't want that to happen 1929. We do not want that to happen. We want to continue to soar and elevate until we get to our destination. And even then, you're gonna want to get somewhere else. So you're gonna have to pay for another vacation, and you're gonna have to get to that next vacation or destination. You know, this is really just a metaphor. It's not a metaphor, it's like an analogy. And it's really important for us to just understand where we are and how much we deserve to be valued, and so that we can understand our value. Because we have the 10 of Cups. It got so bright outside. Like, this is, and I received the energy from the sun. It got so bright outside, but this is the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is really here to let us know that there is a beautiful and abundant energy that is on its way to us. It's actually already here. But in the time sense, when you have the essence of time in play, it's on its way. But when we take that out, we just know that the energy is already here now. So all we have to do is reach out and grab that energy and have it within ourselves and in our heart space, so that we can attract all of our desires. So really, the month of September is really trying to get us to understand that the trials, the tribulations, the detours, the turbulence, it's gonna help us understand what we deserve to receive, especially in our emotional states. The Wheel of Fortune is working for us so that we can be delivered, so we can deliver ourselves. It almost reminds me of like the words of the Bible, deliver us from evil. But it's like, in this sense, it's not necessarily deliver us from evil. It's almost like delivering us from ourselves, the parts of ourselves that we neglect, or delivering us from the parts of ourselves that make us neglect our inner child, or delivering us from the parts of ourselves that tell us that we're not good enough, or delivering us from the parts of ourselves that tell us we aren't worthy, we aren't valuable, or we don't deserve the life that we are truly called to live. We need more structure in December. I keep saying December, so if this applies to you through September and December, let me know how you feel. Let me know what goes on. Let me know what happened, if you feel comfortable. And yeah, we can definitely talk about it and maybe compare experiences. But we have the Magician letting you know that you have all the tools in the month of September through December. And actually, I'm gonna maybe title this video "What You Can Expect from September through December." Dang, what was the main message? It's time to celebrate yourself, or it's time to celebrate yourself. Basically, that's the energy of this reading. And even if you feel like things aren't moving fast enough, you are actually making the correct decisions despite the lack of support that you may feel. Whether you feel a lack of support from family, a lack of support for friends. Maybe you don't have much family. Maybe you don't have any friends. Maybe you have one friend. And it's just like, everyone that's in your life right now has a purpose, and it's time for us to accept all that is, so that we can move forward to what needs to be. It's time to celebrate. It's time to celebrate self. That's going to be the name of the message. Like, through September and December, it's time to celebrate self and to come home with who we really are, so that we can become everything that we're destined to be. And it ends with the 10 of Cups, because emotionally, when we're in this energy, it's going to cause us to feel fulfilled. It's going to cause us to feel loved. It's going to cause us to feel transformed in many ways. We're going to end it with the bottom of the deck energy, which is the Judgment card reversed. A lot of times this reminds me of Judgment Day when reference to the Bible. And it's like when you have to look over all your life. But in this sense, I don't want you to look at your whole life and judge yourself. I want you to look at your whole life and be aware of what happened. I want you to look at your life and be aware of what's happening. And I want you to be aware of what you can create from all that's been, and understand that you are actually unstoppable. You're very unstoppable. You can obtain anything that you desire. Maybe one more card is needed. Okay, we got the one more card. the Lovers reverse. So this is really telling me that we have to work on ourselves and create a better relationship with self, because the Lovers is about a long-term relationship. And for me, it's like we have to develop a long-term relationship with ourselves. It can't be short-term, it can't be fleeting, it can't be deceiving. You know, the relationship that we have with ourselves has to be authentic, true, and you. So with that being said, this is the message that I have for September to December. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Once again, my name is Keziah Jasmine. This is my safe place where I like to keep the vibes high. All right, I love you. Mwah. Bye.